It takes a lot of courage to answer the hero's call. And if we want to see a point of heroism in this week's Parsha, Parsha Lech, we need look no further than the origin story of that great hero of Jewish history, Avraham Avinu. You know, Avram appears strangely almost out of nowhere. Yes, the text says he physically came from Haran, but what's his backstory? When it came to Noah and the role of heroism he played in saving the whole planet, the Torah told us, well, he was righteous in his generation. He walked with God. Abraham, nothing. And all of a sudden, he's called, go forth, leave behind your context, your father's house, the place where you were born, and go to the land which I will show you. And here's a slew of promises, unprecedented in the human-divine relationship, which I'll give you. What, just for being you? It's a question which, of course, I didn't ask first. I saw it originally in the Ramban, 13th century sage of Christian Spain, and I found a fascinating answer in 19th century Hasidic literature, the Sfas Emes. Don't you just love Torah? What's the Sfas Emes say? Well, the very fact that Abraham answered tells us what his merit was that he got called. Says the Sfas Emes, the call Lecha, not just go forth from what you know, but go to yourself, goes out to every person at all times. Abraham's great merit was that he heard it and that he answered. So, how do we answer that call and merit a little bit to the heroism and promises of Abraham? The sages give us a little bit of guidance in that in the backstory that they supplied to Abraham. You may know the story, how his father, the idol maker, went away for a trip one day, left his son in charge of the shop. But instead of taking good care of the wares, Abraham smashed the idols one by one, the original iconoclast. And when his father came back and said, what happened here? He told him, listen, they started to fight. They were hungry. The big one grabbed the food and a stick and wham. Next thing you know, they're all broken. And his father says, what do you mean? They don't have any consciousness. Idols don't know what's going on around them. Abraham said back, do your ears hear what your mouth is saying? This classic midrash can unlock for us what it takes to hear the divine call. Of course, you then have to discover the courage to answer it. First of all, you can't accept received knowledge. The whole world believed that idolatry was real, except for Abraham. He was the Ivri. He stood on one side against the whole world. Number two, let falsehood bother you. And his father said something which his ears didn't even hear. He said, Abraham, do your ears hear what your mouth is saying? If something is false in your world, don't just let it go. Let it arouse your anger. Number three, you have to be willing to set out into the unknown. I call this a serendipity journey. You're going from here to where, not here to there. You'll discover where you need to be and what you need to find along the way. And should you be able to do this, to question received tradition, to let falsehood bother you, to uproot yourself from context and head out into that open-ended journey, maybe, just maybe you'll hear a call from within. Just like the sages said, that it was Abraham's kidneys which taught him Torah. No father, no teacher to guide the way. He discovered within himself that ultimate truth. That call, which the Sfat Emes said is going out to all people at all times, which means right now, it's speaking to you, it's speaking to me. That call to go forth from what you know, to the land of God, to the truth of yourself, to be a Jewish hero. Do you hear that call? And are you ready to answer it? If you want to know a little bit more about Jewish heroism, go to jewishheroism.com. You'll find the 7 paths of the Jewish hero's journey all laid out for you with source sheets and supplementary videos. You can also be in touch with me, robmikefeuer@gmail.com. If you want to know how my personal practice and counseling can help Jewish heroism serve as a guide on your own life journey. Shabbat Shalom.